everyone, welcome to your number one podcast on KTV, The Untold.
You're literally offending your other shows right
Yes,
now.
I
So we
was.
are the
Because I did the same thing on that show, so it's only
they're
fair.
all the number
It's
ones.
only fair.
It's like worse like shampoo, you know? There's no number two shampoo in the world.
Hussein, Ajouz, how are you today?
ALMazeedi, I'm great. We say the full, do we have to say full name every time?
Hussein, how are you?
Okay, we'll keep it Hussein from now on, Hussein and Ahmad, all right?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm doing great, excited about today. It's a musical day.
Very musical day, I love those, but also a very creative individual,
Yeah.
graphic design,
Yeah.
as well as getting into the business side of things,
Absolutely.
dual major, just so much talent.
And the
in this
dual
person.
major aspect, if there's any students watching this, it's obviously a lot of work.
A lot of work, double the work.
Double credits, double the
credits,
work,
double
and then,
everything.
And then she did something very exciting, a little movie, didn't she?
Yes.
So that's something we have to, you know, unbox.
Unbox,
And
right here on the Untold.
Untell.
Untell.
Until it.
Oh God.
All right.
We'll be joined with our guests right after this. We're back on the show, welcoming our very special guest, a very creative individual, Sharefah Almutawa. Welcome on the show.
Thank you. Hello.
Welcome to the Untold.
Hi.
Cannot wait to hear your Untold story. I'm sure you have a very exciting one. So let's
It'll be amazing. I want to start just very general from the beginning. What got you into your majors? You're doing business and graphic design. So maybe in high school, what made you decide and go into those majors?
In high school, I wanted to study fine arts.
Fine arts.
Yeah, go to NYU. But then my
NYU,
parents.
nice, ambitious.
Yeah.
The parents said you can't go abroad.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it happens.
So I settled for business management and graphic design.
But why a dual major?
It happened by chance. I only wanted graphic design, but my mom and my uncle said go into business so I can get my own firm started
Right.
up at the end.
Like an agency kind of thing.
Agency.
Kind of,
right?
yeah.
Nice. And by the way, is it actual double major? Like, do you go to separate two lectures, double the amount of credits, or is it half-half?
It's double.
Double, oh, because
It's
I actually I
literally
did the same,
double
I did
the
half,
units.
half.
It's double
That's
the
crazy.
units,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. And how do you?
Because it's not a minor. When you do a
okay,
minor,
okay.
it's when you
Okay,
do
right.
that. But she's
So-
doing double majors.
Double
Okay, so you
majors.
did graphic design and business with the hope that you're gonna be a good graphic designer that has business knowledge, so potentially you can own something like Creative House.
Yeah, basically.
Right. And do you have an idea of what kind of? I mean, you're graduating soon, aren't you?
Yeah, hopefully in June.
In June, that's pretty. That's like very soon.
Yeah.
So graphic design is a huge world, right? So is there like an idea, like perhaps like a specialization you went into? I know there's.
Coincidentally, I really like production. Like right now for my graduation project, I'm making a stop motion animation film.
Stop motion animated film. That's actually very difficult, I would think.
It is.
Right.
I learned that the hard way. I
It
was
is.
like, I'm
It's
going to
frame
do
by
it
frame.
frame by frame.
Frame by frame.
I had to build a
Yeah.
set, build the characters out of clay and wire, and just all of the little details. I thought I could do it alone, but no.
It takes a village. It takes
Yeah.
a village to
It
make
really
a production.
did.
But you did the right thing, by the way, because so I come from a marketing background, and I know for a fact that what you're doing is very demanded.
It is
Very demanded. So that look out for creative people. There aren't many creatives around here. So you'd literally be one of the very few. So you're doing the right thing.
No, thank you.
It's amazing. So, were you always an artist growing up?
I like to be creative, yeah. When I
Creative.
was younger, yeah.
What did you start with, like drawing or?
Drawing, painting,
Painting, yeah.
watercolor, finger paints, acrylic, all kind of mediums. But then I just gravitated towards
Digital.
and making.
How was that transformation for you?
It's a big one, though.
Yeah,
it's a
it is.
big
It's huge.
transformation.
Yeah.
With all the colors and the canvas and all that, and
Yeah,
now
everything is so
it's just
bright.
a tablet with a
Yeah.
pen, and then that's it.
That was actually what got me into it. Is a Wacom tablet. That was like such
Nice.
a innovative
Yeah.
technology thing that I wanted to get my hands on it. It was just another medium for me.
Right.
And I got my dad to buy me one, and it was just a different
It's
world.
a different world. How did you tackle that world?
By practicing
Practicing.
a lot.
Requires a lot of practice.
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of practice.
But also there is this artist within you that is showing in every artwork that you have made so far.
No, thank you.
Right.
When did it start with you, by the way? Like, I'm just curious. Like, usually these things start very early on with someone. Not talking with digital, just art in general as a field.
When did you start, like, just drawing? 6, 7, 8?
I don't remember, but I just remember being with my mom because she's an art teacher.
Oh.
So yeah, I just
Now
kind of
it
grew
adds
up
up,
in
now
that
it
way.
adds
It's in
up.
her
Now-
DNA, man, to be an artist.
So you're born to be an artist.
Born to be an artist. I love
Yeah.
that.
She would take me to different exhibits, and I would paint just like small canvases for her to take to school.
Nice.
And when I got into school, she would make these gigantic murals that I would hang up during reading week or like sports
Okay.
day or whatever for like events. So I just wanted to create something big and like have it be purposeful in the space. That my mom just inspires me so much to create.
Purposeful?
Wow, I
Can
love
you
that.
can you
I
build
love
them?
that.
What do you mean by purposeful? Like
Like it serves
purposeful
a
art.
purpose. Yeah, like it serves a purpose. Like there's, like you're inspiring someone, or like you're inspiring.
Yeah.
Or it
a
has a
vibe.
message. Your
Yeah.
art has a message.
Yeah.
We talked about this with different creatives.
Yeah.
Like when we had a singer on board.
Mhm.
You know, how do you like the lyrics?
Yeah.
It has to have a message.
Of course,
Otherwise,
yeah.
it's just fun tunes.
Absolutely.
Same thing with art. You want to send a message, not just make a beautiful painting
Yeah.
that doesn't have a message.
And I love how subjective it is as well.
It is always, art is always subjective.
Like that's why, like, if you go back in time, is there a specific piece of art that you did that was, you know, that stood out, that people were asking you questions about? That were,
Yeah. There was this gigantic painting. It was like 100 centimeters by
Wow.
97, and
Ooh.
I had this frame in the center, and then I painted myself in the center.
Oh, wow.
That one got me an award for the first time.
What kind of award was that?
It was first place in our university's review book. It comes
Nice.
out like
Semi-annually?
semi-annually, yeah.
Nice.
That got me a lot of attention as an artist in my university.
Good.
that's crazy. That's not. How
yeah.
old were you?
I think I was 21 at that time.
That's really big for a 21-year-old to get that much attention for a piece of art. That must have empowered you a lot.
It did, yeah. I wanted to create more, like, it just went from that size to bigger, and then eventually I built a house.
Wait. You built a house?
I built a house.
What do you mean built?
What do you mean built a house?
It was, it's... I
Brick
call
by
it-
brick? What do you mean?
More like wood plank by wood plank.
Wood plank by wood plank. Okay.
It was for a final project for a regular class, and the professor looked at me horrified. He was like, "This is a capstone project. It's a graduation project. What are you doing?" And I was like, I wanted to have fun. This is cute. This is fun. It was a lot of work, but it was fun. And the top of the top half of the house actually comes off, and there was just so many intricate
How
details.
big
So
was
I'm
this
just, yeah,
house? Can we live in this house?
Did you build a house model, or
Yeah.
did you build a house?
No, I built like it's about maybe half the size of this
Okay,
table.
fair, fair. So fair.
Yeah, not like a
house
big
from,
house.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a Barbie house.
Minion.
It's
Yeah.
a Barbie
Yeah.
house.
A glorified dollhouse.
Dollhouse.
The doors open. There's a piano in there,
Wow.
dining room, and just
And you made all the little pieces by yourself.
yeah. And I kept in mind, like, what if I wanted to remove this piece of wall, and I needed to connect the walls to the floor with magnets, and just so many little things.
Interesting.
So you definitely have this little creative person inside of you that just likes to do crazy things. Obviously,
Yeah.
like, why would you? How did you even decide to build a house for your capstone? I mean, what did everyone else do? Actually, I mean, I want to know if you were like the outlier of the group that built a house.
I am, because my
Yeah.
professor actually said, "You're kind of strange, aren't you?" It's like, yeah.
Strange can be good.
It can be
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
Can be
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Makes us unique. You know.
Hey, I'm sure Picasso
Makes us
was
something
strange.
different.
He
I'm sure
was.
Picasso was strange,
He
right?
Picasso can.
I'm sure he was.
Yeah.
I mean, so is there? So your art, is there like a name for it? Is it abstract art? I don't know. I'm not an artist.
Abstract art.
It's not. I don't think
know.
yours is abstract.
Mine is just, I just do what I want. So it's like,
It's whatever she likes.
And you have a thing. Is it always a portrait? Because I'm on your Instagram. Is it always a portrait of yourself with creative things around you, kind of thing? Is
yeah, it's mostly myself mainly because it's I'm an easy reference to use.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you always put yourself as the subject? Usually.
most of the time. Yeah.
Is it because is that like a decision you made, or is it because it's just easy to do
It's
it?
just easy.
It's just easy.
Is it actually easy?
To
draw
incorporate
yourself?
herself, yeah,
Yeah, with practice. I mean,
with practice.
And when did you start, like, kind of like, walking into the world of social media? I'm gonna now share my art with the world. Obviously, you have a lot of art on your social media.
it was my mom's idea. I'm not too big on social media, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, my mom said that I needed to share this. I needed to put it out there, and through university, I was like, okay, yeah, I see the point of social
Right.
media. So,
But actually, I want to ask, this is interesting because our age, we're always glued to our social media, but you feel like you weren't into that kind of thing. Why, though?
just because it gets to your brain so
Right.
quickly, and it just sticks like glue, and you can't separate. And for me, I don't know, I feel like I'm too hypersensitive to that.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Okay. So with the world of social media, you obviously didn't like to enter it, but because you listened to your mom and sharing your art is very important in your career, there must be, the bad side of social media. It's not necessarily bad, because criticism can be constructive,
100%.
but always there are trolls and haters. So tell me, throughout your experience in social media, how did you face the feedback, the criticism?
Luckily, I haven't had too much negative criticism,
Yeah.
because I have social media, the comments, like the people that engage with my posts are mainly family, but I did get like a few negative comments, and those delete them, just don't think about them. But yeah, I try not to have that be held over my head too much.
Right.
It shouldn't be.
Shouldn't.
Well
Yeah.
done. I'm not sure about. I was advised not to delete them at some point, just so that you can actually read them, and actually depends on the level of criticism. If
Yeah.
something constructive, you could perhaps argue.
If it's just
Yeah.
super hateful and all
Yeah,
that,
if
of
it's
course you
hateful,
can
of
hide
course.
that. But
Yeah.
it's just constructive criticism, I guess it's.
100%. I've definitely taken a lot from the criticism, and I've used it to build on whatever I'm doing. And I'm sure whoever was criticizing you was perhaps telling you maybe about your art, your music, your style.
Yeah.
You shouldn't change your style, I think, for anyone.
Yeah, this is amazing. All the things we witnessed today, everything you
Yeah.
talked about. You are capable of so much more. I can see the amount of energy you have
Absolutely.
and the
absolutely.
creative imagination you have.
So for someone on social media to put you down, that's all shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be
Yeah.
the case. There's always going to be criticism.
Yeah,
I think
and
you
there's
should just
always room for improvement here and there.
put yourself
Sure,
out there more.
but it's a part of the
Yeah.
journey.
And you should
Yeah.
always listen to what the person is trying to say, never the words that they use. My friend told me that, and I just
Yeah.
remembered it.
Try to
So-
get the essence of what they're trying to say, not necessarily the words they use.
Yeah. 'cause
That's a
maybe
very
they
good.
can't.
That's a very good way of putting it. To be honest, I actually like that one.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. But you listen to your mom to at least share your art with the world, and
Yeah.
that is a great thing to do.
I'm literally while you're talking, I'm watching the latest drawing.
You do
you did.
time lapses of
And
how you
she's
do the art.
time-lapsed it, and
That's amazing.
But I can see that obviously the drawing is not. There's certain features like very long ears. That there's certain features that are exaggerated. Is there a reason why you do that?
I like the imaginary things, like the house that I mentioned earlier. That was built for 3 imaginary characters that I have. And the same thing with the movie. It became a movie about these 3 characters.
Tell us about those 3 characters.
Okay, so the girl, her name is June Leah. She has purple skin, orange hair, very strange,
Is
very
she an
chaotic.
alien?
Maybe.
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 Okay.
So it depends on how you see
Depends
it.
how you see it.
And then there is Martin. He's 7 feet tall. He's a teddy bear.
He's a teddy bear, but he's 7 feet tall.
Yeah, he's so.
Is he an actual teddy bear, or you?
Well, he wears a
the
panda head.
Okay. There you go. That's your answer.
Is a teddy bear.
Third.
He takes care of everyone. He's like the designated father figure of the
Nice.
group.
And
And then
the
there
third?
is Half a Biscuit.
Wait, what is it?
His name is Half a Biscuit.
His name. I literally thought there was a half a
like,
biscuit.
half.
Like
I was like,
literally.
why
Okay, so the name is a boy or girl?
He's
for
a
this?
boy.
Okay.
But he's part human, part cat, part snake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where's the biscuit part? I was like, is it part biscuit?
That's a mystery.
That's a mystery.
Yeah, you have to watch
Wow.
this episode.
How did you come up with these 3 characters?
And the names.
And the names and the background and the colors?
It happened when I was in middle school. I was just telling my best friend all about these characters, and
So
she
like
wrote them
imaginary
down.
friend type thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was a very strange kid.
No. Everyone had imaginary friends.
Listen, I
Come on.
mean, I'm sure the famous authors had.
Yeah. You got to use your imagination.
Yeah,
The
true.
sky is the limit, or even beyond.
Beyond, always beyond.
There you go.
So she wrote them down in her notebook, and just years later, I forgot about them. I grew up, and then she showed me the picture, and I'm like, wow,
Wow.
okay.
Yeah.
So I took that and I ran with it. I just wanted to get back to that child, because I could see my art at that point relating to my younger self. So this was like a perfect way to incorporate all of it together.
Nice, amazing. So now you're telling stories with these three characters.
Yeah,
And you're working
basically.
on that thesis you told us about, which we will get into some more.
Time to take a break.
Time to take a break.
And we'll talk about more of the movie after this break. All right, we'll be right back. Back from the break, and we can actually now finally get into the topic we spoke to you earlier about, which is the animated movie, right, that you're creating. That is a big project and requires a lot of skill and a lot of time. So let's dig deeper into it.
How long is this movie?
It's around 6 to 7 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
but those 6 or 7 minutes are going to take a long time with stop
Yeah.
motion, right? So tell us.
The whole movie was around 2,000 pictures. And and I did audio. My brother helped me. I had one of my closest friends help me as well. My cousin, my mom. It just
Who's
became
voicing the characters?
me, my brother, and my friend.
Nice. Nice, I like
It really went from being my project to everybody's project, and I love that. I love the collective community that
Teamwork,
it made. Yeah. It's just, it was heartwarming, it was overwhelming, all the support that I was getting. And yeah.
Is it near completion now?
Yeah, I'm currently working on the trailer.
So you're done. The film
Yeah,
is done.
The film is done.
Amazing. How long did it take you to make that movie?
4 months.
Beautiful.
Wow.
4 months is beautiful.
Wow,
actually.
and this is not related to the biscuit or anything we spoke
It is.
about.
They
No,
are.
it is.
The characters
It's the
are in
same
this. Yes.
story.
the-
Yeah.
The same as
So
the house.
can you give us the plot line of this 7-minute short film?
Okay, so Junlia is an overachiever.
Okay.
And we go through her story of being an overachiever. She has this very big project coming up. It's very meta.
Because you have.
So she has this project, and she, instead of learning the steps as she goes, like learning what she needs to do, what she, like the outcome of the project, she just like trailblazes through the project.
Speeds through.
Yeah, without learning anything that she's supposed to learn, and doesn't plan well, and it becomes chaotic.
Okay.
And Martin and Half a Biscuit are there to help her, guide her, but she's not listening. So at the end, we kind of see her with Half a Biscuit working on her project for her. And we see the repercussions of becoming an overachiever, the paper trail that it leaves, the mess that it leaves. Yeah, it's not a healthy, sustainable lifestyle. So that's like that's a story.
It's a
That's actually
beautiful
pretty
story,
deep, to be
actually.
honest.
Very deep.
And is this inspired by, is it inspired by personal life?
Well, it is. She
Yeah.
said
Reflection
very
of-
meta, my friend. It is very meta.
Okay, so it's the kind of like a lot of it is a reflection of who you are as a person.
Yeah.
Wow, and that's how things usually are, right? Like artists usually, as they say, if you're drawing
Right from the heart.
Yeah.
Is what I always try to do.
Yeah.
And perhaps what was the motivator to kind of like start this project? Like why bother? Not everyone's gonna bother spending 4 months creating an animation. Like why would you?
And also, what are the guidelines for your senior thesis? Anyone has to make just an art form kind of thing, or they need to make a movie?
No,
That's-
the movie was like, I was the only one in my.
Making a movie.
Yeah.
What was everyone else doing?
They had their own brands, they had their own products to sell, or like, so they design the brand itself or the product.
Right.
And then there's me with the movie.
There's the movie. It probably might steal the show.
Probably will though.
Yeah.
Probably will. I mean.
Thank you.
Okay, so how did it come to mind? The whole thing.
Throughout the 4 months, we have juries.
Yeah.
So the juries guide us through our ideas. And initially, I had these ideas of writing a poetry book, or designing album covers, or making. I forgot what the third idea was, but at the end, the jury told me to combine everything. And the combination turned out to be a story of them,
Yeah.
where I could design every aspect of everything I wanted to do, the 3 ideas, I could do it in just one. So the movie happened because of that.
It's amazing.
I'm curious to, I don't know how to put this question, but like obviously since the animation is a reflection of your life, how do you decide on the ending of the animation?
It was. It's very abrupt. She just
I'm
kind of
actually
like.
curious.
Cut the end.
Because I mean, obviously you don't know what's happening. So, what is the end? Or
You
is
want
that
to spoil the movie
Yeah.
now?
Oh no, don't spoil it. Actually, I would actually love to watch it. Honestly, it's like 6 minutes, 7 minutes.
Is it a bit, can we watch it?
Yeah, you can.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask for a
So
link.
we're getting exclusive
I'll
access.
yes.
Okay, nice, I
Definitely.
like it. So we're gonna watch it.
Sneak peek.
Don't spoil it, but I'm actually curious to know, like, how do people usually end it? I mean, if it's a story about themselves,
Well, you use your imagination, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
or is it where you hope?
No, it's like okay. So their world, this world that I made for them, it's never ending. So for me, with this project, this is just the first episode, and then there would be more episodes of these characters.
There's
Ooh,
more-
so you're
more-
planning on
Yeah,
continuing
I'm
this.
planning on
More
continuing.
formal.
I would love for it to kind of like turn into its own mini-series
I would love
of
that
shorts.
too. Yeah.
But lots of work.
Lots of work.
Lots of work.
I mean, you can dedicate. You can actually turn. Honestly, you can actually turn this into a business. I'll be honest. I mean,
Yeah.
turning. First of all, you're showing the world the skill that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, you're creating something that is like just like filming a series where you can promote other products, services.
Yeah.
The story would be built around these products and services to sell.
You
them
can
and
make an
all.
ad in stop motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The options are endless. But I want to now switch sides to you're also an artist in the sense of music. So what instruments do you play?
I play the ukulele,
Ukulele.
the guitar,
Guitar,
piano.
piano.
I'm learning the harmonica.
Okay,
It's very
that's nice.
strange.
That's different.
Wait, which tool is that? Which tool is that?
Which one?
Harmonica.
Harmonica, the one.
Oh, the one. Okay. Oh, I love
Yeah.
that one.
There you go.
I like it.
I like that I just did it and you got
Yeah,
it.
no, it's
it's
easy to
amazing.
guess, like,
It's
you-
amazing. Since you have your ukulele, would you like to play us anything?
Sure, of course.
There we go.
Thank you. Okay,
Let's see. What are you gonna play?
I need to. I don't know. I have this. Can I just?
Yeah. Do what makes you comfortable.
Let me bring down the mood with something
Okay.
sad.
Sad. Yeah. Let's
sad.
go. Let's go
Let's go
sad.
sad. I like sad.
I like sad.
That's what I listen to in the car.
Nice, mashallah. Is this a piece you wrote? Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you write music. Amazing. Have you?
What's the difference between? I mean, sorry, I have to ask this. A lot of people ask, and I'm one of them.
Yes.
How would I differentiate between
A
tone
ukulele?
of a ukulele from a guitar? Like, why can't you do this on a guitar, for example?
So the ukulele, this one in specific, this is a baritone ukulele.
What does that mean?
So the baritone ukulele is the last 4 strings of a guitar, I think.
Okay.
D, G, B, E. Yeah, the last 4 strings of a
Oh, so
guitar.
it's only 4. It's like a bass. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a smaller ukulele that's, it sounds different. So that's a concert. And then the soprano, which is smaller. So it sounds even lighter.
A smaller ukulele.
Yeah.
Well, how small?
There
It's
are
about
smaller
this
ones.
size.
That
Okay, it's
size.
Yeah.
like a little toy. Yeah.
And then a guitar is just bigger.
Much bigger.
Of
Yeah,
course.
2 extra strings.
2 extra strings.
Yeah. And it sounds
Louder.
larger.
I guess the guitar sounds louder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's go another
Oh,
piece.
another
Let's see.
piece.
Let's see.
Sad again?
Sad again. Maybe lift up the vibe.
I need
Yeah.
to
Lift up the
prepare
vibes a
myself
little.
mentally before listening. To it. Just so I know, is it sad?
Get the tissues ready for Hussein. Okay.
This one's new, so I haven't practiced it.
Do you
Alright.
name these pieces?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. I feel like singing, but I shouldn't.
I think you should.
No.
I really think you should. Alright, okay.
Have you ever
Wow.
written lyrics with your music?
I write poems.
Poems.
I could turn them into
Turn them
lyrics,
into
but
lyrics.
I
You
don't
should
sing.
make
I
it
think
into
you
a
should.
song.
I think you have a.
And you've never tried singing?
No, I mean alone in my car, but never.
Well, you never know. You never know because you have what it
No, you're
takes.
talented,
now.
honestly. You're talented.
Yeah,
It's
you're very
beautiful.
talented,
Thank you so
mashallah. You can
much.
put it on
Thank
the right here.
We've interviewed
Beautiful.
singers before.
Yes.
We can connect you.
There we go. Sorry about that loud noise, but yeah. Beautiful, multi-talented, music, graphic design, business side of things.
Mm-hmm.
What is the future?
More creativity.
More
I want
creativity,
to. Yeah, I have so many. Like, I love working with my hands. I love just never stopping creating anything that I want to. So it's just going bigger.
Going
and
bigger
and bigger. Yeah.
And what do you hope to do right after school, right after graduating?
Sleep.
Coming up. Yes. This summer you better get back all those years wasted on study.
No, I think you're gonna have a bright future.
Yeah,
Honestly.
you're gonna have a
Thank
bright,
you.
Definitely
bright
a lot of
future.
work that you have upcoming, especially with the animation. And I look for. I would look forward to watching it, and I look forward to see if the ideas will change, if the life of this person, Biscuit and others, will, I don't know what's gonna.
But honestly, after that recovery time,
Yeah.
what do you hope to do?
Yeah.
I want to continue with producing the shorts.
Producing the
and,
shorts.
Yeah, and making more music, something like actually produce a song, and, you know, like
That's what I'm
refine
saying.
everything.
You can get into songwriting.
Yeah.
And I think the future is very bright. I imagine great, beautiful things in your way.
Thank
Same.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
same.
you. Thank
And
you so
before we
much.
wrap up, any last words, advice for people in this industry, graphic design, business,
Music,
all that,
animations.
you know, what aspiring young artists, what do you have to say to them?
Never limit yourself, even if it's something that you can't or you think you can't do, you can always do it. Just dive into it and you'll surprise yourself.
Right.
I love that. I love
Well,
that.
thank you so much for that. Honestly.
Thank you, Sharefah, for joining us today for the
Thank you
Untold
so
and sharing
much.
your Untold story with us.
Thank you.
It was a beautiful conversation. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with the wrap up.
What a beautiful episode today with a very creative person.
Sharefah was phenomenal on this
Absolutely.
episode. She shared everything, literally. You know?
100%.
Her personal stories, her animated
She's a
short
hustler. She's a
film,
hustler.
the music she's capable of. And I wish you could just move on to the next thing. It's just
Absolutely.
singing or writing lyrics for the music you've composed.
But also think about it, 4 months on the animation side, not music.
Yeah, yeah,
4
yeah.
months to create an animation, that requires a lot of dedication.
It does.
And
yeah.
I love how she always, you know, when they say when everyone goes right, she goes left. Like, she's always the one that creates a house.
You gotta think outside the box.
I literally thought she was building a house. I was like,
Me too. I was like brick by brick, you know?
just, that's my capstone, you know?
It's a
building-
miniature house.
Yeah, yeah,
But
fair
maybe
enough.
one day, the big house.
I mean, she's a graphic designer.
She's a
Perhaps
graphic
she doesn't want to do that.
It's true.
So, she can
Anyway,
animate on.
yeah,
Anyway.
keep it here to the Untold for all your interesting different people we're gonna meet right here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We'll see you next time.